This video, I'm going to show you how to shift the beliefs in your life. By the end of this video, you're going to know how to do that, how it can absolutely transform your life, and how to start today. Welcome back to another video. My name's Aaron, and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you something that is called belief shifting, which is a process that I'm currently developing that has to do with this shift experience that I'm creating right now, which is going to be a step-by-step course on shifting your level of consciousness, on understanding that your beliefs are creating your reality, and that when you change your beliefs, you change your reality. And in essence, that's all reality is. The reality that is outside of you is a reflection of the beliefs you have inside of you. And the beliefs you have been developed from an early age. They may have been developed when you were a kid. Many of them were developed actually and passed on to you from your parents subconsciously. And what happens is we absorb these beliefs, we absorb these paradigms even from social conditioning, and then we go on living our life, our whole entire lives, in this unconscious patterning of these beliefs that are just on autopilot, not knowing that if we change our beliefs, we change our life. And this is a lot of times the block for a lot of people with the law of attraction. They're like, well, I'm thinking of this a lot, and I'm thinking of it, but it's not actually happening. Well, if your beliefs negate the experience, then those things can't come into your life. Because you can say all I want, oh, I'm looking and I'm imagining a picture of a Lamborghini, but if you don't believe that you can attain it, and you don't believe that it is something that you can achieve, then you won't experience it. You won't take the action to experience it, and you won't align yourself with it to experience it. So just to give you a little bit of context, I'll show you a little bit of B-roll of where I'm at. But I'm right now in Maui, in Hawaii. I'm here for a week, and gonna be leaving here in like 4 or 5 days, and it's been enjoyable. I've been filming a lot of videos here, and it's got me thinking a lot. I set the intention that when I went on this trip, Lior and I went to Japan for a week, and then we're coming here for a week. I knew that I wanted to create the shift experience and completely become clear as to what that is, which is the course that I was talking about that's going to be available within the next few months. And this is when all the information is coming to me, and I'm really understanding things at a deep level with it. And when it comes to this process of beliefs, the most important thing that I think helps beliefs shift is understanding that all reality is a reflection, and that reality in a way is like a dream. When you become aware that reality is a form of dream, your reality becomes more dreamlike. When people have beliefs about reality itself that says reality is fixed, reality is solid, reality is heavy, then that becomes their reality. And a lot of times that's on autopilot, because it's stuff from our parents, from our environment growing up. And you know, our whole entire lives we are made to be socially conditioned in really absorbing our senses. If you want to supersize something, eat a little bit more, go do things that involve something that has to do with touch, sight, smelling, hearing. These are all exaggerated, and these are all emphasized because it emphasizes the 3D physical structure, the third dimensional structure that we inhabit. But the thing we have the ability to do is to transcend our vibration to a higher level of consciousness, to go beyond just the ego and to merge with what is called the higher mind. But part of the reality that we chose to come into, which is this 3D reality, was with the intention that we would wake up to who we really are. That we would wake up knowing that we are immortal spiritual beings living temporary human experiences. That we may have lived most of our life inside of the senses, but understanding now that we can go beyond the senses. That we can go beyond our beliefs about what reality is. I would say that simply knowing that reality is a cosmic dream. We are all pieces of this cosmic dream. We are all pieces of source energy, dreaming that we are these separate little fragments. And what we do is we go through certain experiences that may emphasize that separateness. And based on our positionality, meaning our perspective, that will keep the game going. It'll keep the momentum going of things happening to us. You see, with belief shifting as well, if we simply first off believe and understand, it's not really a belief, it's a knowing that reality is a reflection of what we believe to be true from experience, because that's all you'll ever experience. You'll only experience a reflection of what your beliefs are. And if you don't know what your beliefs are, you can become more aware of it. You do this whether you're aware of it or not. Just like the law of attraction. It works whether you are aware of it or not. If you think to yourself, oh, there's beliefs and there's laws. The law of attraction is a law that we've all agreed to play, like attracts like in this universal, or I'm not sure if it's universal, but this reality system at least. And we experience this, but the key is knowing that we can move beyond that of this dream. And remember, quantum physics shows us as well. We are both a particle and a wave. A particle and a wave. Things are both fixed and not fixed at the same time, depending upon your perception. So you can create the experience that things are very heavy and it's very hard to manifest things, but you're creating it. So the first step to this is understanding that the reality itself that we live in is a dream. And I believe that when you go to bed at night, you wake up to who you are at a higher level of consciousness, but you forget this. Because there's a veil of forgetfulness in this reality. And if you remembered who you were at a greater sense, and you remembered all these connections you had, first off, your brain wouldn't be able to handle it. Because it would be trying to interpret fifth dimensional states of consciousness and higher from a 3D perspective. It just doesn't have the tools to do so. And it would be distracting. It'd be distracting because you would be like, oh, I feel unconditional love and bliss the majority of the time. I want to go back there. What am I doing here? So in this reality, you become more and more aware of that. And that's the key, is becoming more aware that reality is a form of dream. So the first step is realizing that your reality is a dream. The second thing is understanding that the old version of you would think that you are a victim. Almost everyone has been through stuff in the past. I talk sometimes about my past, how I had an abusive ex-stepmom. She was my stepmom between the ages of 7 to 15 years old. And it was very negative, dark part of my life because it was like things were always happening to me. I didn't have control. I wasn't allowed to eat food a majority of the time, so I was very malnutritioned. Me and my brother were both locked outside a lot of times. We had to work. We weren't allowed to have friends. We weren't allowed to do a lot of the things that a lot of regular kids did. I don't say that so that you pity me. I'm just saying that you understand that you can transcend this. You can transcend the story. The reason I tell the story is so people know they can do it too. So the key is knowing that you are not a victim. You set up these different aspects of you so that you could transcend it. Things are not happening to you, things are happening for you. A lot of times the pain in our life can be the best things because those pain creates pressure, and it leads us to having this breaking through of paradigms, this shifting belief. I believed I was a victim. Therefore, the reality that I got was equal to that belief in being a victim. It was until I took my power back and I knew that at a deeper spiritual level, I chose that experience. To some people, I know that sounds pretty out there. You're going to tell me that I chose to have this experience, that I chose to have these people to treat me that way. Well, you are an immortal spiritual being living a temporary human experience. And you knew that you could handle it. You knew that you could. Otherwise, you wouldn't have experienced it. So at a higher level of consciousness, you made that choice. Now, the first step is realizing that reality is a cosmic dream meant to be enjoyed. It's meant to be enjoyed too. If you make the dream so serious and heavy, then guess what? It will appear to be serious and heavy. Reality is meant to be fun. I look around right now and I see it and it's beautiful all around me. It's beautiful and it's fun. It's a little bit of both. But have more of a fun mentality about it. If you had a dream and you knew that it could be more flexible, you'd have a lighter attitude about it. But you know what? The ego, the 3D avatar body in this reality, loves seriousness. It loves to take things serious. And if you try to joke around with it, sometimes it doesn't want to have it. It doesn't want it. Because it wants everything to be within its own frame of reference. So, let's look at this again, because the next thing I'm about to share with you is a game changer for belief shifting. So first off, you realize that your life is a form of dream. That you experience in your life both the particle and the wave. Things are both fixed and not fixed at the same time, depending on your perception. When you start to understand this, things become more fluid, more flexible. Then, you relate to your past in a new way because you realize that you are not the victim. You chose that at a higher level of consciousness. Things do not happen to you, things happen for you. So, you start to take your power back there because you realize that you chose it at a higher level. Now the third thing, this is the key to this whole process. This is the thing that will unlock all the limitations in your life and you understanding how to really become free. Because up until this point, you have been living in the autopilot mind, whether you're aware of it or not. Even me. There are times, and there's a lot of what I am experiencing is me breaking out of that autopilot mind. That is why the shift experience hasn't come out already, because I am still cultivating it and experiencing it. The one thing that I really like to teach to people is to lead by experience. So it's something that I must embody as well, and that's what I'm becoming aware of now. The third thing you must do to shift your belief system is to give up the necessity to always be right. Give up the necessity that you always have to be right, because that is what keeps you within the autopilot mind. Believing that you must always be right. The certainty is what you think you need to survive. And if you just give up the necessity to always be right, you will become more free. I was recently watching a talk a couple months ago from Sadhguru. Sadhguru is a Indian guru guy he's got really cool videos. And in it, he was talking about his mentality of going into different experiences. He treats everything he experiences as if it's the first time he's experiencing it. And he goes into it like a curious type thing, not needing to tag the past into the present. Most people just live in the past because that's what the ego is. The ego is running pictures through its mind of things that have happened in the past, and it's relating what's happening now with what happened in the past. What enlightened people have done, like Sadhguru, is they've took the video reel of the past, and they've let it go. And they said, this doesn't serve me. What in the present moment? How can I be here now? How can I more so be curious about what's happening in life right now? Not having to relate it to the past. So what will help you is to have more of a curious attitude towards what's happening in the present moment, but understand that you needing to be right is what keeps you inside of your belief system. It's what keeps you inside of the ego avatar. Yes, this person did this to you. They shouldn't have. You're right about it. But are you free? No, you're not free if you have a positionality about how someone should be towards you and what should have happened in the past. You become free by giving up the need to always be right. So this is more about shifting your level of consciousness than shifting just these intellectual beliefs about what someone said to you in the past, about what you believe about reality, about what you believe about what you deserve when it comes to relationships or money or health. You go beyond that when you get out of the video reel of your mind, which is all the ego. The ego just wants to relate what should be, what shouldn't be, what's happened in the past, what's happening now, and how does it relate. You shift beyond that by giving up your need to be right. Let it go. Because all your ego is trying to do is to keep you to survive. It has rules. Your ego also has rules as what it takes for you to be happy. I will be happy when I'm living my passion, I'm in this beautiful house, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, all of these things, then I can give myself permission to be happy. Those rules keep you from feeling higher vibrational emotions that would actually bring you closer to your goals anyways. So belief shifting is about the awareness of how reality works. And your reality works based upon the agreement that you have given in your life. You must first agree to something for you to have some type of experience. That's what a belief is. It's an agreement. Yes, this is the way reality works. And all you do, when you see someone like me online, when you see someone else that you may think of as your guru, all that's happened is that person is coming from a place of beingness, and you've agreed in their credibility. You've agreed in whatever they're saying. You're playing their game. What I'm here to share with you is that I want you to play your game. You are also the guru. You are also that which you seek. And your beliefs are creating your reality, and the only reason you aren't shifting to what you want to experience is you're not giving yourself permission to do so right now. You have a story about what it'll take for you to do it. You're going to try to become this person. There is no trying. There is only doing and being. And the difference between someone that you look up to and you is that that person's just being versus needing to try. You don't need to try. Just be. You want to be an artist? Be the artist. Don't try to be an artist. Don't try to draw. Draw. You want to be someone that plays sports for a living? You want to be an athlete? Don't try to be an athlete. Don't train. Be an athlete. Whatever you want to do in your life, you can do it by giving yourself permission to do it. Because the thing is with belief shifting, what we have done is we have a whole process backwards. We think we must first have something, then we must do something, then we must be something. Or we think we must do something, then have something, then be something. No, be it. Then you will have it, and then you will do it. So understand, this is about you giving yourself permission and understanding that you set up the rules of this reality. You set up the rules of this game, but you haven't been aware of it because you haven't taken your power back. Take your power back. Now's the time. It's time to take your power back. And when you look at me, when you look at anyone else online, ask yourself, how can I embody the beingness of who I am? Don't give your power away. Even to the things I tell you, don't give your power away. Ask yourself, are you living within your rules, the rules of your game? Because if not, then you're at the effect. But you can give yourself permission now. So first off, reality is a cosmic dream. The cosmic dream of God. We are all pretending to be these separate little fragments when in actuality, we're all connected. But we experience reality through the 5 senses. Things have happened to us in the past, and that's where we develop a victim mentality. You are not a victim. You chose that at a higher level because you knew that it could happen for you, not to you. That's the second step, is realizing you're not the victim. Start to realize that everything in life is a choice from a higher level of consciousness. From there, understand that you can begin to shift into this new way of being, which is a shift in consciousness. And what you can do is you can give up the necessity to always be right, to develop your personalities. Part of this has to do with forgiving other people. Say, well, this person did this to me, but how much longer are you going to carry on and hold on to that negative emotion? It's only hurting you. So forgive the other, because you realize the other is another aspect of you anyways. And that's when you start to give up the need to be right. Really all healing is forgiveness. It's forgiving yourself and forgiving other people. That's the secret to forgiveness. It's not a secret, but it's something that people think is a complex thing. It's not complex. But for this process, all you have to do is realize that life is a form of dream. And because of that, you can have more fun with the process. Realize that you're not a victim. Things happen to you. Did not happen to you. They happened for you. Everything is a choice in your reality. And then understand you can give up the need to be right. Give up the certainty bubble. Step outside of the little bubble that you've created. Be here now and experience reality from a state of presence, not a state of the old videotapes in the mind of the past. Doing that, you will begin to shift your beliefs. If it sounds too esoteric or too complex, just focus on being present. Focus on being present and experiencing everything you experience in your life for the first time. That will bring you into the present moment. That will bring you beyond belief and into being, which is what the shift experience is all about, and what I'm creating right now. So if you're excited for the shift experience, and you want to be the first to know about it, there'll be a link in the top of the description box below. You can sign up there. The shift experience will be out in the next couple months. Hopefully sooner. I'd like to get it out. Just I'm allowing it to flow through, you know. So you'll see that right there. Also, if you want more live Q&As with me, if you want to see my trip here in Maui, and you want to see what Leora and I are up to, you can go ahead and follow me right there. You'll see the Instagram handle, and I post daily there as well. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you're excited about the shift experience. If you are, comment below, let me know. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace, much love, and namaste.